All right, well, we're going to get right into the dailies we have for today, okay? And I've been enjoying this morning, once again, the one who brightens the set. Yes. Vivian Kailoko is with me this morning. Hi, Viv.
I'm told you tell everybody the same.
It's not true. It's not true. I have different adjectives and different...
So the people are lying.
Whoever is telling you is not telling the truth.
Hey, they have to be careful.
Yeah, please be careful. It's not true. Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well.
How was your weekend?
It was okay.
Yeah?
It was okay. You know, it was okay.
Yeah. No, I think mine was restful.
Yeah.
I had a fantastic time with the kids on Saturday.
Oh, you guys go out?
No, the aptitude test.
Those kids are brilliant. Those kids are brilliant.
Amazing.
Those kids, you know, there's a local in there, and my husband was saying, so if this local person wins, are you people come to say it's I don't even know the person.
Yeah, actually, it's true.
And there's a Mensa in there as well.
Yes.
So,
well,
I mean, they're brilliant kids. We wish them all well. We look forward to Wednesday's announcement.
Yes.
Top 10, right?
Yes, top 10.
We really look forward to it, but they're all brilliant, super kids. Super.
You know, it's interesting. The essay competition, I think the top 50 was between, like, everybody was above 80. I think the lowest mark in the top 50 was like 82 or 83. Yeah.
No, to have been able to sail through to 50 from the thousands received, it's 1,490. It explains, you know, them doing at least 80% in terms of their performance. Brilliant. I'm not surprised. They're brilliant kids. So we wish them all well.
Absolutely. Let's delve right in and see what the papers are saying
today. See what the papers are saying today. I'll start with the Herald. It has some interesting stories on its front page. The first says, Regional Minister cracks down on pavement trading ahead of homework cleanup. That's Mr. Titus Glover. Also, Henry Quarte urges police officers to keep barracks clean following the commissioning of the Tesano accommodation for the police people. And then still with the Herald, President's son-in-law's state ambulance contract runs into $89 billion. Auditor General indicts National Ambulance CEO, suggests criminality. And then still with the Herald, Akufo-Addo yet to commit to peaceful transfer of power, says Asedu Nketia as he warns security chiefs. So that's from the Herald.
Well, we have the Ghanaian Times here. It says, adopt Songo salt mining report to foster peace, unity, development. Ada Paramount Chief appeals to Parliament. We also have Vote for Change. Election 2024, Mahama charges Ghanaians as he launches campaign. A story there is on page 12 of the Ghanaian Times. Now, towards the December polls, agriculture will be my priority. This is Dr. Baumia speaking. And we have GRA destroys 9.2 million Ghana cedis expired goods and marijuana in Ho. And so that's what we have for the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go to the sister of the Ghanaian Times, which is the Daily Graphic, Truth and Accuracy Every Day is their tagline. Now, they have the NDC's campaign launch story on the front page of the paper with former President John Mahama gracing the page. It says, NDC ignites flame for change, sets stage for 2024 election showdown. Still with the Daily Graphic, AU adopts President Akufo-Addo's continent-wide interoperability. And then ICGC starts annual Greater Works Conference today. Oh, you're a lighthouse. I was going to say, but I just remembered.
Lighthouse.
You're a lighthouse, okay.
Yeah, we actually also have a conference that's going on, but it's a conference of pastors.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a pastor, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Why?
There's somebody laughing from the background.
In the background. They should continue laughing. They'll be laughing on the other side of their mouth very soon.
Don't mind them. It's only God who knows our hearts. It's not human beings who know our hearts. They see what is, you know.
Because I'm sitting here, so I can't be.
No, you can't be. Is he judging your actions?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know what he thinks. But we are doing the work of the Lord.
Don't mind him. You answer to God, not to man. And then the back page of Daily Graphic Stacey to ignite Ghana's Olympic dreams. Speed King Azamati Samino in action Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's from the Paris Olympics.
I think Harry Stacey will be in the pool today.
Yeah.
I think it's the 100 meters freestyle.
So we are watching him today. Do you know the time he's on?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the time.
Right.
Yeah, he'll be on. All right. The Chronicle newspaper has these headlines. It says, "I will win Bole Bamboy seat for MPP." Raphael Kuma vows. We have here, "We are behind you, our son." Talensi and Bulsa chiefs tell Baumia. Chiefs, they tell everybody the same thing.
They bless everybody.
You will come, they will give you the
But I think that's what a leader, you bless everybody, and
Yeah.
then God blesses the final person,
that's all.
isn't it?
Easy.
So
Easy.
let's see who wins the election.
We won't sleep for 48 hours during election. This is John Dramani Mahama speaking. We have Akufo-Addo's proposal for financial interoperability in Africa accepted by AU. And we have Boteman Mainjon land dispute 3 being hauled to court for contempt. Today's scripture is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. It says, "Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing."
Okay, so let's build each other.
Yeah.
Just like we are building ourselves.
Says, "We are behind you, our son."
Okay. The new finder. Uncertainty surrounds inflation outlook, city volatility, utility tariffs, and fuel price increases to blame. Still with the new finder, empowering Ghanaian MSME, highlights from the mid-year budget review.
Okay.
And then $18.5 million so-called investment in 530 projects yield positive results in 6 regions.
Okay. And the Daily Guide, it says, AU adopts Nana's payment system for Africa. Harness resources to enhance continental trade. The story is on page 6 of the Daily Guide. We have also here, NLA Deputy DG honored. And Ocheni rubbishes a Japadia fiction. And this is referring to some, article or document that reports that there's a grand plan by the Ofori-Paying peoples of the Ofori-Paying tradition to do state capture.
Yeah.
So he says that it's absolute hogwash.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
The uncle says 13-year-old orphan sexually abused at Winneba, traumatized boy unable to walk properly. That's a very sad one. They have the picture of the Minister for Gender, Daquan Newman, there, hoping she takes it up quickly and then gets justice for this young boy. Still with the uncle.
A number of men gang raped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, a number of men gang raped him. It's just
so
a very
sad and disgusting.
All be found out and prosecuted.
Prosecuted.
Yeah.
Ashale Botre family drags 3 to court for contempt. Still with the uncle, NPP electrifies Mahama's backyard as Raphael Kuma vows to snatch Bole Bamboy's seat. And finally, this is a good one that we should all support. Women intensify fibroid awareness campaign, push its inclusion on NHIs. Most, I think, what's the statistics? About 6 or 7 out of 10 black women are likely to get fibroids.
Fibroids, yeah.
And you get it, you operate on it, it comes back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know, hardly ever do you find that somebody gets operated and then that's it forever. It is likely to return, maybe a few months, a few years.
And the fact that, doctors are still struggling to really see the cause. And it's something that is prevalent in black women.
Yes, it's black women.
And we're struggling to see the cause to deal with it. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
So let's
we need
pray
all the help we can get. The Republic Press, reform or perish, Kweku Kwarteng wants MPP. Now, this is very interesting because he's former deputy minister of this same tradition.
Yeah.
He's MP.
Have you read the full thing?
No, I haven't read the full thing. No, I haven't read the full thing. I read snippets of it, but I tend to be very sympathetic towards his thoughts, because I also feel that it's very easy to become jaded, or no, not even jaded is not the right word. It's very easy to become numb to the realities of what's happening,
what is happening
when you are in authority, right? Because, and this weekend I was even talking to a couple of people, and I was saying the same thing, that look, when you have the ability to go and park at a filling station, right, and you don't mention an amount, let's say 200, 300, oh, give me
it's
300,
just
400.
for you.
It is filled.
What would you understand
much
about
it
cost
costs
of fuel? Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, anymore.
It is filled.
Yeah.
You'll be given a receipt or something, you go and just submit
Just
it.
the
That's
chips,
all.
yeah.
That's all. You don't, even when you say, I want a crate of eggs, somebody brings the crate of eggs and it's paid for. Do you see? It's like the reality of what the ground is like, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's easy to become numb.
But that's why, as a leader, you put in place measures to ensure that you don't become numb, even though you're receiving all these pets. And if you forget to do that, or you forget previously, before you became a leader, enjoying all these pets, what it was like, knowing very well that it's not been fully eradicated, then you're not fit to be there. It's as simple as that. That means you're just waiting to get opportunity to take, but not to give back.
Not to give back.
It's what it is, because we all rise up the ladder. But as we rise and we get to the point of leadership, what you went through, how do you ensure that some of the difficulties you face, you take care of it when you get to the top, when you're in a position of power. So if you were buying fuel at, let's say, in your terrible days or before you were a leader or whatever, at 500 Ghana cedis, knowing that it's just half tank or whatever. Now you just get there and it's sold for you. You forget that it takes money to buy fuel by the ordinary citizen, then challenge some way. But it's a
and
great
many
point.
people can't even buy more than, say, 200 cedis at a time. Many people can't.
You know the painful one.
What's
you
that?
can go and buy 200, 300, 500. By the next day or two.
Oh, it's almost finished. Yeah, it's finished.
It's finished.
Yeah.
Before you have, let's say you have 1.5, you know these Korean cars and all that, their engine sizes are lower. Now you can't even use that as a pitch to sell the car because you still need more to buy. And that's the reality of it.
Yeah. I have a couple more here for the Republic Press. It says, MPP's Ahiagba escapes death. Party says he's stable. That was almost a tragic something that, we are glad, he's safe and he's recovering. Speedy recovery, like you said, to him. Police officers put on notice as Henry Korte warns against untidy habits in new houses. Okay. As for that warning, is very important, because when you go to some of the barracks,
I hope they
scary.
take this advice. The barracks, and not just the police.
Across all the security.
You know, the other time we were speaking about it. It's unacceptable. This is your area of, like it look nice.
All right, you go ahead.
The Inquisitor request for passport to travel, ABAJ bounced as OSP raises superior argument in court. Still with the Inquisitor, NDC drops missiles at Tamale as party launches 2024 campaign. And then Ayariga cautions against elections prophecies. You remember Ayarikov?
Ayarikov. I remember him.
So he's cautioning against election prophecies.
Okay. We have the Informer, and let me give you a couple of headlines here. Serene Insurance opens Takoradi branch. We have Chiefs endorse Baumia, predict victory for him. Application for U.S. summer camp travel. Court says no to PPA boss over fears of Maslock boss escape. It has photographed there a picture of the special prosecutor as well as Mr. Ejenim Boateng Ejay. Remember him? Ejenim Boateng Ejay. And Mahama urges electorates to compare track records. That's what we have for the Informer.
Okay, we'll still stay with Mahama because on the front page of the Daily Post, it has a picture of himself, the running mate, Professor Nana. I also have minority leader, Kasalatu Forsen, and then the party's chairman, Asediun Kete. And then it says, it is not about how long you serve, but how well you serve, Mahama says, as he launches campaign in Tamale. And then the Supreme newspaper, Clash of the Northerners, Baumia crowd in constituency event surpasses Bahamas national campaign launch. Hey, people are counting already.
Okay.
And then finally from that paper, youth in Adan rally behind parliamentary report on Songal salt mining project. And then if you'll permit me to quickly wrap up with the NDC's event on Saturday, 2024 election, we will police your ballot, Mahama assures NDC supporters, right?
Oh, all right. The custodian says 530 Soko projects improve lives in 6 regions. AU accepts Akufo-Addo's continent-wide interoperability. We have Baumia terrifies NDC in northern Ghana. And MPPA boss grabs 2 honors at Ghana CEO Awards. And Agave Paramount chief accused of impersonation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me take you to BNFT.
Okay.
It says BOG better position to cushion economy against external shocks, as the governor of the central bank speaking, Dr. Ernest Addison. And then still with that paper, banks facing rising NPLs amid credit growth. And then finally at the back page of the paper, extractive sector players shirking transparency duties. This is a serious one. So that's from the BNFT.
Okay. So I want to delve into the Republic Press and read a quick story there. The Agric Minister confirms stabilized tomato prices during market visit.
Where? Which market?
So I'm going to bring that to you. It says here, Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Brian Echampong, visited the tomato market at Underbridge in Accra on Friday, July 26th, to verify assurances made by his technical directors to the effect that tomato supply and prices would improve in mid-July. Now, following his visit, he confirmed that tomato prices have indeed moderated, with a crate now costing between 500 Ghana cedis and 700 Ghana cedis, depending on the quality and timing of the purchase. The recent surge in tomato prices has sparked concern on social media and traditional platforms, prompting the minister and his team to investigate the issue. After conducting an analysis, the Director of Crop Services attributed this limited supply to climate variability and change, which has led to erratic rainfall patterns and high temperatures affecting the production at major clusters in the first and second quarters of 2024. Now, he assured that production has since picked up and supplies are expected to improve in July. And during his visit to the market, Dr. Champon assured market women that the ministry remains committed to ensuring a sustainable supply of fresh tomatoes and other vegetables to Ghanaians through its PFJ 2.0 interventions.
And where is this Underbridge place?
I don't know. I suspect it's the...
Where, Mokola?
You know where the railway line passes?
To where? Because, Charlie, when we close, we all have to go and buy these tomatoes thing. CMB, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
so
it's
that. You are sure?
zone.
Don't mislead
No.
us.
No.
It says,
because it says Underbridge in quote. It doesn't.
Because Underbridge.
But there's a bridge there.
Because the Underbridge I know is the one at East Legon. It's an event place.
It's not that. It's not that place.
I've never known of an Underbridge in Accra and a place you buy food stuff. But
but
anyway,
it says at Underbridge.
Okay.
So it's some people know it as a popular.
He needs to check all the food prices, all those ones that find themselves on our tables, you know, for whether it's breakfast. You know, on Saturday we did one on yam. The price of yam, a tuber of yam. I remember years ago, you know, there were even some boys who sell yam by the ridge, what do you call, the psychiatric, you know.
They still do.
It used to be like 10 CDs or something at the time.
Yes, I remember.
You know, and even then it was expensive. Now 50, 60, you know, 40, 8. So he should look at all these food stuff. Yam, onions, tomatoes. Even the fruits are crazy. You know, a mango, the tiny one, 15 CDs for one. Banana.
Wow.
So the Honorable Brian has a lot to do.
I mean, fair enough to say a crate is now between 500 and 700. But I want to know what a single tomato goes for.
You can, if you are lucky, you get it for 3 cedis or 4.
No, but if it's dropped to 5 cedis for 500
how many are in the crate? How many?
Because a month ago or 6 weeks ago, a small basket of, I think it was about
it was expensive.
20 or so in it was going for 100 Ghana cedis.
Okay, so we'll go and find out. We'll go and look for this under bridge and then
definitely more
see if that's what, and then so people can get a cheaper alternative to what. Let me read quickly the Henry Quartey urging police officers to keep barracks clean. Interior Minister Henry Quartey says police officers who will not be allowed to mess up the environment around the new housing facility the government has handed over to them like they do with other barracks. According to him, such conduct will not be countenanced by the government. In a stern public warning to personnel of the service during the handing over ceremony at the police depot at Tessan in Accra last Tuesday, Mr. Quartey said officers will be compelled to maintain the facility at all times. Quote, oftentimes you go to the police barracks and you see artisans hanging around the building, fridges, freezers, bicycles, all manner of things hanging around the buildings. IGP, I want to appeal to you to ensure that these buildings do not see those types of things we see in police barracks, unquote. So I think the warning bell has been rung, and we hope that this is done.
Well, thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you. Great conversations, and this is what the papers have brought to us this morning. Go to ChannelOneNews.com as well as CityNewsroom.com for your credible news updates. Sports is next.
All right, now it's time for us to get into some sports review. We're going to be starting with the 2024 Olympics. The USA men's basketball team started their run in the competition with a 110-84 win over Serbia on Sunday. Kevin Durant and LeBron James scored a combined 44 points for the Americans, while Nikola Jokic scored 20 for the Serbians.
Now, swimming handed out its first batch of medals on Saturday, and it was the Australia Ariane Titmus who won what was called the race of the century in the women's 400 freestyle. And she beat Summer McIntosh of Canada to second, and Katie Ledecky of the United States to third.
In women's football, Zambia lost by 6-5 to Australia, despite leading 4-2 at the halftime. Wow. And Captain Barbara Banda got a record third Olympic hat-trick, but it was not enough as the Copper Queens failed to keep the Australians at bay in the second half and eventually lost a thrilling encounter. In other results, Japan beat Brazil 2-1, while Colombia defeated New Zealand by 2-0. Team Ghana will be in action on Tuesday in the pool as Harry Stacey swims in the men's 100-meter freestyles heat. The other Ghanaian athletes will be in action on August 2, 3, and 8 when the track and field events are held.
All right, now some football news updates. Manchester United are hoping for good news on their injured duo of Lenny Yoro and Rasmus Højlund following their exits from the team's pre-season loss to Arsenal on Saturday. Now, Højlund scored for Man United, but soon went down with what looked like a groin injury, while Yoro looked to have an issue with his ankle. Now, despite receiving treatment on the pitch, the 18-year-old was substituted. The Red Devils will hope that tests will return some good news as they continue their preparations for the new Premier League season in August.
Wow.
All right. Okay, so that's what we have for sports review this morning.